Hello and welcome to Action Action. My name is John, and each week we watch a movie to decide where it ranks in our ultimate list of the greatest action movies of all time. This week we watched Shanghi Noon, starring Jackie Chan, Owen Wilson, Lucy Liu, a bunch of people, and Walton Goggins.
In a forbidden city, a princess has been kidnapped and taken to America.
Welcome, Princess Pei Pei.
But a warrior has been sent 5,000 miles to bring her back.
How?
I'll do it.
What?
Help you rescue Princess Pei Pei.
Pei Pei. Stay.
It's a movie critics call outrageously funny.
You better believe it.
A crazy, hilarious, over-the-top blast that gets 2 thumbs up. Starring Jackie Chan.
My name's John Wayne.
John Wayne? That's a terrible cowboy name.
Featuring the hilarious Owen Wilson.
We are partners.
Shake on it.
And Lucy Liu.
She's pretty. Trying to give you a compliment.
Shanghai Noon. Directed by Tom Dye.
And we're going to welcome back
Dustin.
James.
Hey guys, so what's going on? Good week, bad week? What's been happening? All right, good time. Good times.
Good time.
I'm still,
I watched the movie Good Time with Robert Pattinson. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I have. It's those two brothers made it.
Who's that? I actually didn't look anything up about it after.
I don't know. All I know is that there's these two wonderkins. There's these brothers who are apparently amazing filmmakers.
It's a really good movie. It's the first movie I've seen him in that I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
Pattinson.
You didn't like him as in Sparkle Sparkle?
I never saw any of the Sparkle movies.
Oh.
The Twilight films.
I watched a shitty movie on Netflix, and then I watched Happy.
What was the shitty movie on Netflix?
Movie?
Bright.
Oh, yeah.
I got trapped.
Yeah.
You got trapped?
I kind of want to watch it, even though I've
I
heard bad things.
honestly thought it was a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
When I first heard about it, I thought it was a TV show. Yeah.
It's a made-for-TV movie.
Made for Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Well, they're making a sequel already. They're already casting it.
I thought this movie cost like $100 million.
I don't know.
Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally don't give a shit about this movie.
I'm going to watch it.
It looks like
I have
fucking
a perverse desire to watch it.
It's
hot garbage. Isn't Max Landis? Didn't he write it?
He wrote it, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or
pretty
co-wrote
shitty.
it. Yeah, it was bad. Eh?
Yeah, really bad.
What'd you think of Happy?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it, so I like the main character.
Well, let's talk about Happy first, in case anybody doesn't know what we're talking about. Happy's a TV show on Sci-Fi, starring Christopher Maloney. It's based on a
Comic book?
what's
Graphic
the
novel? Is it a Grant Morrison?
Grant Morrison? It's not a graphic novel. It was a comic.
Oh, it was a series?
It was a series that came out. I think it was like 4 issues. Came out last year about a washed-up detective who's now a hitman, alcoholic, death wish seeker.
Yeah, he's basically trying to kill himself.
Yeah,
almost,
and
but he just can't.
And he gets visited by an imaginary friend from his daughter that he doesn't know, who is a blue unicorn
Patton Oswalt voiced
Yeah,
horse.
cartoon thing. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was
fucking
pretty good.
love
Did you
it.
just watch the first one? Or?
No, I actually watched all 4 one night.
Nice. Right on.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. There's more. I thought
There's
there's
two
only
more coming.
there's 7 altogether.
I read 6, but yeah, maybe.
I thought there was only 4 because I think there's only 4 issues of the book of the comic, but maybe there's more. I don't know. I own the comic somewhere in the house. I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Christopher Maloney, just a joy to watch that guy.
He's great.
When he's beating those guys up in the hospital, and he looks over and sees the guy, the torture guy.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh hi," like this wave that he gives him.
Do you think that this movie or the show succeeds like in the wake of the Deadpool era?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I mean, I guess it kind of is a similar tone where it's like fairly violent and grimy, but then also lots of humor in it.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, I really feel like this could have been played by like an older Ryan Reynolds. Like
I don't know. Maloney's pretty grizzled.
he is grizzled,
Yeah.
but it has that same, I don't know, the same verbal tics that like that Ryan Reynolds brings. I think in some ways to
Yeah.
Deadpool.
I guess I'm just so used to seeing him in like Law and Order,
Yeah.
right? That he just fits the police.
Yeah. And Reynolds is too,
like, so well.
He's too pretty for
Yeah,
this.
you know
frankly.
what I mean though.
Yeah.
Like in that, yeah, I love it. I think I'm 4 episodes. I mean, as of recording this episode, it's what's the date today? The 4th. So there's only 4 episodes out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two more
the next one's on the 10th. So I love it. Yeah. Speaking of what's on tonight though, what I'm excited about.
Good Place.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, shows seem to be coming back faster than they normally do after
I know.
Christmas
Well,
break.
it's good. I mean, like, it's been 2017 was such a fucking dumpster fire of a year. Just like, thank you for giving us the Good Place back
It's the small things.
at a decent clip.
Oh, I also watched 3 Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I have that ready to go.
That was pretty good too. Very enjoyable. Not like a perfect movie by any means, but I think all the stuff that's like, good about it kind of makes you forget about the stuff that doesn't really work as well. But,
I watched I, Tonya.
oh, I want to watch that. Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
yeah, I've heard good things.
I don't know what
It's
that is.
really good. Margot Robbie, she's great. She's fantastic.
Check out the Florida Project too. Have you watched that?
Haven't watched it yet, no.
It's also really good.
It's on my
It's
list.
it's kind of a hard watch, but
Well, yeah.
probably maybe even harder to imagine for actually people with kids and stuff. It might be hard to watch.
Cool. Cool.
But do it anyway.
Well, there's parts of Happy that are pretty rough to watch. I'd
Yeah.
say episode 3. Spoiler alert: bad shit happens in Happy.
Yeah, don't watch Happy if you don't have a constitution for grimy shit.
Violence, disgust.
Yeah, it's pretty grimy.
Speaking of things that are not grimy, though, I have to work on my transitions. Shanghai Noon.
Oh yeah, we're here to talk about Shanghai Noon.
So this is my pick. I'm not gonna full out apologize for picking it, but I am gonna say it was interesting to watch in the wake of everything else that we've watched.
Well, yeah, it's
there's
completely different
there's
direction.
There's a goofy innocence about
So let's.
Shanghai Noon.
I don't think this is probably gonna be really quick, but let's talk about the plot.
Amazing plot. I mean, right off the bat.
Well, I mean, like, I don't feel like it's terrible. I don't know. It's not anything special. It's like, so yeah, the princess from the Forbidden City in China, whatever that is.
I honestly,
She's been kidnapped.
yeah, I think the plot is just, it's just they had to get away so that they could get,
Yeah, get
Jackie
them
Chan
over to the Old West.
yeah, get Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson together.
Sure, it's a contrivance to get them.
Yeah, and basically then they fill in that it allows Jackie Chan to be Jackie Chan and then Owen Wilson to be that smart ass.
Yeah. So Jackie Chan's an Imperial guard, and the princess is kidnapped, or she leaves, or for whatever, and he volunteers himself to go find her.
Yeah, he's like part of a group of that are bringing the money to.
Yeah, he's part of a group,
for
but
ransom.
he injects himself into that group. Like, he wasn't originally chosen to be a part of
Yeah.
that group. So he goes to America, specifically Nevada, in a search to find Princess Pei Pei. And then along the way, he gets separated from his group. He runs into Owen Wilson, who's an outlaw in quotations, a bumbling.
He's really bad at his outlawness.
Yeah, and
In a mostly charming way.
oh man, yeah. Well, and then they go searching for the princess.
Stuff happens.
Stuff
Adventures
happens.
occur.
Yada yada yada. The movie.
The movie. You sound enthused.
You know what? I picked
Hey,
this
it could have
movie.
been worse. We could have been watching Rush Hour.
Well, I picked this movie because
Yeah.
I love Owen Wilson. Like, I love Jackie Chan, but I also love Owen Wilson. I thought it would be nice to watch a movie that had a little more brevity, a little more, you know, just fun.
It's interesting. Watching this movie just made me want to watch some of the actually good Jackie Chan
Yeah,
movies.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh man, there's so many good Jackie Chans.
Yeah, and
Yeah, like I spent time, like I was trying to do some research, and I just spent time watching like top 10 greatest Jackie Chan, action sequences from all his other movies.
yeah, and I thought about that when I was watching the movie too. I was like, oh, it's kind of a shame in a sense that like this is the first Jackie Chan movie we watched, but at the same time, it's like, well, I had a good time watching it still.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's the movie works. If it works at all, it works because they're both very charming. It's hard not to like Jackie Chan. I find it hard not to like Owen Wilson. I know some people don't care for him. I always think he's enjoyable.
Yeah, fucking Philistines.
So them together, it's not like a great movie, but they make it work to a degree that it's like, okay, well, this is all right. This isn't like I'm not having a bad time watching it or anything.
No, I had a great time watching it. Like it's a little bit long.
Yeah.
And there's really no plot. Like the scenes are only just like intercut. Like it's like somebody just like pitched scenes and then somebody else came in and was like, how can we just tie these together?
There's no plot, but at the same time, I guess there's enough of a plot to get them.
It's just enough for it to all sit on a structure and move.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I read Roger Ebert's review of it. Okay. And he compares it to Wild Wild West, which was a year prior to this.
Oh, was that only 1 year before this?
So,
Jesus.
So he talks about how that movie was a flop.
Will Smith's opus.
And how he said that all the money and the special effects couldn't save a movie that has like zero plot whatsoever.
Yeah.
Where this movie has a weak plot, but enough that it can string together to get Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson together for them to fill in the gap.
Yeah. Well, I think
and make it entertaining.
I mean, plus you get that sweet Kid Rock montage when they're
okay. Well, I was gonna get there. So I have in my notes. I was like, okay, Kid Rock song. Like, because that training montage is actually one of my favorite parts of the entire movie.
Oh yeah.
What is it? What's the song?
The song's called Cowboy.
I'm a Cowboy.
The song's called Cowboy, I believe. Yeah.
I'm a
cowboy.
So anyway,
baby.
so in my notes I had I love amazing scene. It's like a great like montage of like training, and then I was like, thank God it's just the music from the Kid Rock song, and then right at the end they gotta go and fuck me with the actual vocals. Because it was just like I can deal with this. It's fine. Everything's okay. And then at the end, it has to come in hard with the Kid Rock vocals, and I was like, well, cool.
You know what's interesting in this movie? I think of Owen Wilson and all the lines he has in the movie, but I can't. It's like I think about them and I think it's funny, and I'm like, oh yeah, that like he's so good because he's funny, but I can't pinpoint. Like really specific.
Well, off the top of my head is like the line about, look at these trees. We're going to learn the names of these trees.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not the one that comes to mind. So if this works, I'm going to go like this. Hey, James, my favorite line is this.
I am like a wild horse. You can't tame me. You put the oats in the pen, though, and I'll come in for a nibble every day. But if you ever shut that gate, I'll jump the fence and you'll never see me again.
So like Owen Wilson's just so charming. He's like Eli Cash from Royal Tenenbaums, like great grandfather. And I don't know, I like that. It makes me feel happy.
He's more like Kingsley from
Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic.
Oh, okay. So which Wes Anderson character?
No, he's more like the one from Darjeeling Limited.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't remember.
Diana told me that that's her third favorite Wes Anderson movie.
Darjeeling?
Really?
Yep.
So what's her first?
Royal Tenenbaums.
And her second?
Life Aquatic.
I don't think I'd put Darjeeling at 3, but it is still a pretty enjoyable movie.
She's watched it like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the more you watch it.
It's definitely one of people's least favorites for sure.
It has a line that I say all the time, which is like, hey, check out these assholes.
Oh yeah, when they're in the kids are like in the river.
Yeah, which is like one of the most devastating scenes. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember watching that for the first time in the theater when it happens, and you're like, hey, check out these assholes, and like you laugh, and then it's like, oh fuck, and you feel like a total piece of shit like right away. So
I can't remember that scene.
oh, they're like on the train, and they see these boys like playing in the river, and then the boys start drowning,
Oh.
and then one of them ends up drowning. They rush out.
Oh yeah, they rush out.
Are they on the train at that point?
The train might be stopped or something, and
Yeah.
they're like walking along. And
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
pretty brutal. So we can talk about Wes Anderson for like good 45.
Yeah.
what about Jackie?
Jackie,
You're giving Jackie short shrift here.
Jackie Brown.
Yeah. So I watched some behind the scenes of this movie.
Oh yeah. Well, there's
flick.
like outtakes at the end.
There is which is
Almost always in a Jackie.
Yeah,
Chan.
exactly. And then I watched some behind the scenes of like a whole bunch of other movies. It's amazing like how much work he puts into like choreographing and
it's
all,
crazy.
like everything.
All
Like,
that
it's-
shit with like the horseshoe on the rope and stuff. He's actually doing that shit.
That's
Yeah,
my-
he's actually doing that.
So that's my favorite action scene. I love it. That's the scene that made me want to watch this movie for this podcast.
Oh yeah. I kind of had forgotten about it. Like this is definitely by no means like the best Jackie Chan action scenes, but they're still pretty fucking good.
They're pretty good, but you can definitely tell he's a lot older
Well, yeah.
because
he
you
does-
can definitely see that he's not doing as much as he used to.
I guess. I mean, there's still a lot of fun stuff. Like at the end in the bell tower on the boards and all that stuff is pretty fun.
Yeah.
There's enough of like every time there is like an action sequence, like it's pretty fun. It's not amazing, but it's not like I'm not bored by it. I'm not like, oh man, I wish this was like Project A or one of the or Legend of Drunken Master.
Or Police Story.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever watched Police Story.
I think
Shouldn't
they
have to
made
remedy
3.
that.
I think they made 3 of them.
Yeah.
Or Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah, that's a
That
good
was before.
That was before.
Like
what?
how much before? Like
Well, yeah, he's like I think he's like 46. Or,
one. Now?
No, in
in Shanghai Noon.
Yeah.
it was 5 years after Rumble in the Bronx. Rumble was 95.
Now, I was reading a bit of stuff, and of course, there was the follow-up to this with Shanghai Nights, where they were in London.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't
And
remember that one. Very
turns
much.
out announced is Shanghai Dawn,
Yeah. Which
which is going to be directed by
I don't think
Jared
they have a
Hess.
script though yet.
I don't know. I just saw that Jared Hess was
'Cause-
attached to directed the guy that did Napoleon Dynamite and
Oh, because I
Nacho
saw.
Libre, which I love that movie, Nacho Libre.
Yeah, because I saw an interview with Jackie Chan and he talked about how he's going to be doing Rush Hour 4. And
That's what I need in my life is more Rush Hour.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna
And-
do with fucking Brett Ratner.
and Shanghai Dawn. Yeah. But he said, he's like, we got the money, we got the director, we got everyone's going to do it. We just haven't found a good script yet. So
Well,
I don't, how hard is it to get a script together?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't like judging by this movie. I don't think you need that great of a script.
Well, no, exactly.
no, because this script is nothing but a bunch of scenes, like I said, like threaded together very, very loosely.
Yeah, I think Owen Wilson, a lot of his lines were just
It
ad-lib.
seems like they're ad libbed.
It does, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he just improv them all. I'm not
He
gonna
has
let you.
that.
I'm not gonna
Even
let
at
you cheapen it.
Yeah, yeah. Or at the beginning when he's talking to his gang about how they're going to rob the train.
Yeah.
He's got like the plan all worked out and everything. And it's just like, well, he's like, where'd you get this guy? Like, Texas slaps him in the face.
Texas.
Are you crazy? Which Owen Wilson is from Texas.
Yeah.
It's it's
I don't know. I mean, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just like, I don't know.
these are the hardest.
There is
movies-
so much better Jackie Chan stuff to watch.
I think these are the hardest movies to talk about for us.
Middle of the road
So-
kind of stuff.
I think that the reason this podcast is fun is we talk about movies that we either. The funnest part is talking about movies that we don't like. is talking about like the Cobras and the fucking.
Oh, we better just start doing more shitty movies then, because there's only been a few that we thought were really bad.
Yeah, but our movies that we're amped up about, right? Like this movie is kind of like a
you're not passionate on either side of it. It's
No.
like, it's not great.
No,
it's
it's
not
like-
terrible.
it's
It's
like
not
a-
terrible enough to be great. It's just
Which actually kind of
Yeah.
makes it hard to have like an engaging, like long form discussion about, because you're just kind of like, oh yeah, this is a well made, really
you know,
memorable thing.
This is fine.
Yeah, it's like plot, so pacing, meh.
yeah.
Action,
yeah.
yeah, there's some good action.
So
Quotes and tropes, yeah, there's some good lines. And,
So what I'd like to do,
not bad tropes.
Yeah. So what I want to do right now is I want to run through our rating system pretty quick. Okay. So let's run through. We've done plot. Let's run through our favorite scenes. What's your favorite scene in the movie? Action scene.
Action scene. Well, it's probably either the horseshoe rope thing or else the end sequence is pretty fun in the bell tower. I thought.
I like the horseshoe. I think because that's I don't know. That seems like it's like
I mean, like all his,
Jackie Chan. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what he does.
Well, like the fight in the bar too is pretty. He gets to do quite a bit of good fun stuff there with like
Yeah,
the
that's true.
antlers and different shit there.
he
I would
brings
say-
a lot of humor to his
Yeah,
fighting,
that's
right?
his thing, right?
Which is
Yeah, I'd say that
Entertaining.
my favorite two scenes would be with the bar scene, but for me, the most memorable scene to me is the horseshoe scene. I love it. I love it. I love like the magic of the fact that like I don't know where that horseshoe is as he's whipping around his body,
Yeah.
and like how it like at the end it like ends up in his hand. It's just like it seems like that super fun kung fu magic
Yeah.
that can happen in movies. Like it just has, it's a little like a drop of that, and I think that that's what like saves this movie in so many ways, is that he's so good at what he does that even he makes like banal, like non-interesting things fun, interesting.
Yeah, even that little fight he has with the indigenous guys in the bushes and stuff is fun too. Like where he's using the branches to whip them and stuff.
yeah, where he throws the two axes and then
Yeah,
they,
they just catch
them.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'm not as well versed in this as like maybe a lot of people, but like he has that like John McClane everyday man thing going on. This is the first Jackie Chan movie we've watched. So like he gets hurt
Yeah.
and he falls down. Like so he like the first time
Yeah, when he falls, he always is like reacts in pain and stuff.
Yeah,
to what
it's-
happens to him.
and it's fun. It's fun to watch those things.
He's not like, oh yeah, just keep going because I'm relentless badass. He's
Yeah.
always like, like
Yeah, it's almost like he's like
wincing
the anti Bruce Lee in that sense. Like he doesn't keep going. Like he winces and shakes his hand when he gets stung. You know what I mean? And that's what's so fun about this movie, is that like Jackie Chan's charisma as an action star and as a comedic action star, and Owen Wilson as just like being magnetic as he is, just kind of makes this movie work on a level that it doesn't necessarily deserve to work on, I think.
Yeah.
It's also like, I don't know, it's a pretty innocent kind of movie compared to a lot of the action stuff that we've watched, right? Like it's a very, it could be a family could watch this together and it would
Oh yeah.
Except they're like dealing with some serious like slave labor issues and
That's just
Like,
like a
shut the fuck
C
up.
plot that's
Just-
barely
just-
touched
that's
on.
barely there. Like
Shh, it's fine. Shh, don't worry about
like
it.
what is she hoping to do by staying in America?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so Lucy Liu Princess is gonna stay there and she's gonna help her.
Like
people.
I can help my people here better. Like
I don't know.
Yeah, so like let's just
You're just supposed to get the idea that she's noble and she has noble intentions.
plus at the end they I don't know, Owen Wilson ends up with Jackie Chan's wife and then
Oh yeah,
like,
that part at the end where it's just
what?
like, okay, now we just like do a switcheroo here.
Yeah.
I'm not like it never explains. Did they somehow like dissolve their relationship? Because
Yeah.
they were married, Jackie Chan and the native woman there.
and we're supposed to be
try.
okay with that? Like almost like, oh yeah, they
Okay,
got
now we're
together.
done. Now I'm with the princess and Owen Wilson is with her. This is like a really weird ending.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure. I felt the same way when I watched it. I was just like, oh, all right, yeah, this is happening. This is it's a shitty script.
It's just like a wrap it all up. Like everyone's happy, everyone gets somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody, like.
Yeah, I guess.
But
But then why even have Jackie Chan marry her in the first place? Why couldn't they have written it in
It's
a way
fucking hilarious. That's why.
it's so funny
It's
when he
called-
comes out of the tent and everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah. It's called Fish Out of Water. Okay.
Yeah.
And he accidentally gets married to this like gorgeous model woman.
Who's actually a rodeo star
Yeah,
in
no,
real
she
life.
wasn't even an actress. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I looked her up because I was like trying to look up different people from the movie, and all it said was that she was a model.
Let's talk Goggins.
Oh yeah, so we haven't really talked about Walton Goggins yet.
Takes over Roy's gang.
So let's
kicks
just
him out of it.
We should put this up front. I think everybody here, maybe James excluded, so maybe 2/3.
So everybody, two of us.
are huge Walton Goggins fans
And why is that?
because he's Walton fucking Goggins.
He's just great in everything he's in. He's probably mainly from Justified.
Yeah, he was great in Justified.
Yeah. The Shield he was in as well as one of the main characters in that. But everything he's in, like Hateful Eight, he was in recently.
Yeah.
Everything he does is just.
He's always like one of the best things about whatever he's in, even if he's
He
in a
was-
shitty movie.
He was good in that piece of shit show, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah, I forgot he showed up in that.
He's
Yeah.
in that show?
Yeah, as a
Is it a trans
I don't know
prostitute?
what you call them. Yeah, him.
Oh, was it in like a later season?
Season 3.
Oh.
Yeah, he shows up a few times. I think.
He's in Community.
I don't even remember that.
Mr. Stone.
Man, I gotta rewatch Community.
Yep.
I think
He's
he's pretty funny in this movie.
I really badly wanted him. I mean, he's too old, but I really badly wanted him to play Jesse Custer in the Preacher show.
Oh fuck, he would have been the best.
Yeah,
Let's just turn this into the Walton Goggins cast for a little while.
I'm just gonna talk Goggins.
Well, I just watched him most recently in the 2 seasons of Vice Principals.
Oh yeah, also very enjoyable.
He is like, he's
Very
mind
different character in that
Yeah,
one. He's great.
but he's mind-blowingly good
Mm-hmm.
as this effeminate, control,
scheming,
a scheming,
vice principal guy.
power-obsessed person, manipulator, and he brings so much to every little tiny role that he plays, even this role. Like, I wanted him so badly to be the bad guy.
I really wanted him to have more to do in this. This is early on. Like this, I didn't even remember that he was in this. But,
No, I didn't either. When I was watching it yesterday, I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like so excited, and I forgot what the plot of the movie was. So I was really hoping that he was going to be like the antagonist for the entire film. And then I was like, "Oh fuck! It's this goddamn Van Cleef motherfucker."
yeah, I mean that guy's not bad by any means either. I can't think of his name, but like he's a good bad guy. It's just I would rather
not
watch.
Walton
I would rather
Goggins.
watch Walton Goggins. Yeah.
I'd rather watch him in anything.
So I give Walton Goggins 10 out of 10.
Well, Walton Goggins.
In anything he's
in
in?
in our Walton Goggins section of this movie rating, I give him 10 out of 10.
I would say in the Walton Goggins scale, he gets a big smiley face, a big tooth smile, Walton Goggins style.
It would have been a little more fun to see, I don't know, Roy and Chon Wang beat those guys up, I guess. But
They should have had I think that's really where the
What, like the old gang?
yeah, the old
yeah,
gang
it should have been like an
was-
old gang versus new gang thing, right? Because they even like I don't really
it's the
understand.
Shanghai Kid and
Yeah, and Roy Good.
Oh, Roy, we find out his name is actually Wyatt Earp at the end. Because they got that joke in there. He's like, "What's your name?" And it's like, John Wayne. John Wayne.
John Wayne.
It's a
John
terrible
Wayne.
cowboy name. God. It was the year 2000, folks.
Yeah.
You know what I think would be a fun thing to
Year
do is
2000.
wow, that's an old Conan O'Brien bit. I think what would be fun right now is if we just we rolled through our ratings, like what we gave this movie.
Okay.
So let's just quickly run through our ratings. So as far as plot goes, James, what do you
5.
think?
Let's quickly do it. 5. I give it a 5 as well.
All right. Well, I gave it a 5.
Look at that. Look at that. Synchronicity.
kills. Action.
666.
6.
So the number.
Six.
So I think the number of the beast runs the gamut from now on, doesn't? Oh no, pacing.
No.
I gave it 5 for pacing.
You gave it 5 pacing, but me and you gave it 6 for everything else for action.
Yeah.
And then
Let's just say this
reaction.
movie
overall 5.7.
5.7 overall. James is taking.
James just wants to hammer this out.
James is retaking control of the podcast.
So we got 5.7.
After
you said you wanted to do it quickly.
After I wrestled it away from him. What the listeners don't know is that James and I.
Well, it's been an
Off mic.
intense power struggle.
It's been. Yeah, and I've reigned victorious temporarily.
A lot of ins, a lot of outs.
Oh my god, the ins, the outs. It's been unbelievable.
So it's tied with Face
It's
Off.
tied with Face Off.
So-
So now we got to make a choice.
So Face
What
Off.
goes
So
ahead?
Face Off goes ahead.
Let me think about this for a second.
Okay, so it's tied with Face Off, but it's behind what?
No, what? You keep moving it. Lethal Weapon. Enter the Dragon. No, yeah, Enter the Dragon. What's got higher?
Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah, Long Kiss Goodnight is higher.
Oh, Last Boy
Last
Scout.
Boy Scout's
This
higher.
is what everybody wants to listen to. You know,
Well, we can edit this shit out.
Yeah, so it's behind Last Boy Scout.
And ahead of...
Well, and it's tied with Face Off.
all right. Well, Face Off gets the vote for being ahead
So
from
From you.
John.
And you think Shanghai Noon should go ahead.
I don't know.
That's tough.
Yes.
I mean, Face Off is definitely more aggravating to watch in some ways. But the action is better, and this is an action movie podcast, so I guess I have to say that Face Off
The
is
best
slightly
thing
better.
Shanghai Noon's got going for it is John Travolta's not in it.
But the best thing Face Off's going for it is that Nicolas Cage is in it.
Well, that's true, but
But now, how about we do this? Now, how about we pretend that Owen Wilson is in Face Off,
Oh my god.
and
that would be
and
weird.
John Travolta is in Shanghai Noon.
Jesus. Is that how we're gonna rate it? If we're in
I don't know.
how
I'm
we
voting.
imagine?
So my vote goes that 5.7, 5.7. Face Off
Yeah,
edges it
I
out.
have to say Face Off edges it
What
out.
the fuck?
James can't catch a break.
Why? What was the last time we did this on? Oh, it was Mission Impossible and what? Something else.
I don't know. It's like every time.
Die Hard 2 maybe or something?
Well, we haven't really eaten very much time up. We're only like
Oh yeah, and you thought that Mission Impossible should go ahead and Die Hard 2. What the fuck's the matter with
It's an overall better movie.
We gave it 6 point. We each gave them 6.1, and you still think that movie that is tied is better than the other one? Well, I guess Face Off gets the nod here. Sorry, James.
So this is the welcome back, everybody,
I
to
always
the
lose.
James Can't Catch a Break podcast. His opinions are garbage. We never listen to them.
I don't know why I'm even on
He's
this.
so defeated, folks. He's sitting
You
here.
really took this personally about the Shanghai Noon being ahead of
No, I don't.
Face Off. Oh, well, you seem like it.
No, it's just every time I,
Okay, well,
take a
every
stand
time.
on
this
something.
This has happened twice. I mean,
no,
so let's
this
not get
this happens
dramatic
more.
here.
This happens more than twice.
When else? There's only 2 ties so far.
No, it's just my opinion
Okay.
In general.
in general.
Listen to this guy.
What I wanted to do, because this was such a quick episode.
Salty tears.
Yeah, I can get over it.
Let's just keep talking over John.
What?
Well, you guys asked me to try to host this fucker, and every time I try to talk,
Yeah, well, you're not doing a good job hosting then.
I know.
A host is supposed to take control.
I know.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm taking this bitch back.
What do you want to talk about?
No, James is taking it back.
No.
Well, I want to talk about. Let's just talk about random stuff that we've watched in the past couple weeks. Random stuff that we've liked. It doesn't have to be action movies. It doesn't have to be anything. Like we're just gonna let's just talk.
Well, I live a boring life, so we know this from previous podcasts.
Yeah, I don't know. Does
episodes.
anyone want to listen to us just talk? I feel like that's weird.
Half the time, I don't know the movies and shows you guys watch. So,
have you heard of Aqua Gamma Tree? Never mind, I couldn't even make something.
What?
I was just trying to make up
That was
some
like the
shit.
worst.
It was really terrible.
You're,
Stars Luther Vandross
anyway,
and
let's talk about Happy for a little bit.
Hulk Hogan.
So we've got 4 episodes of Happy in. We talked about that at the beginning of the show.
oh wait, sorry. Speaking of Hulk Hogan,
Oh yeah,
what was that show that he was in with the boat?
Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah, Thunder in Paradise.
We should just do an episode on that.
Sure. That's fun. You know what would be fun?
Wait, was it a show or was it a movie?
Let's just
I think it was a show, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a TV show. Let's talk about some stuff that we should cover on this. Like some things that maybe we might miss. We don't really sit down and talk about that kind of stuff very often.
Well, I was looking at the list, and I kind of feel like maybe Bloodsport should be higher.
Oh, well, that actually... So I've been thinking about that, and in regards, we should be doing a year-end episode when we, like, wrap up, like, a whole season's worth. And I've been trying to, like, fool around with, like, an idea of, like, how we could, like, all change, like, one movie.
Well, that's what he was just talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about when you were upstairs.
I wasn't fucking here, Dustin.
Sorry.
Thanks for thinking of me.
We were talking about how, we each can bring a movie that we think we should argue for it either being higher or lower.
Do you feel confident?
Commando
to do
goes straight to the top.
Do you feel confident doing that right now?
Oh no, I haven't thought about it at all.
No, not really.
Shanghai Noon, number 1. No, joking.
Ahead of Face Off.
Do we really have nothing else to say about Shanghai Noon?
I don't think we do. I think that
What else is there to say? I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. If it was on TV, I'd be like, oh yeah, Shanghai Noon. And I might watch
it
a
for
little
like
bit.
3 minutes.
Yeah, and
flip
then
the channel.
yeah.
What's the next movie? You guys ready?
what's the next movie?
True Lies.
Oh, awesome!
Nice.
I've never watched it.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, really?
Not all the way through. No.
They kept saying that they were gonna
make
make
another
another
one,
one,
yeah.
and then like once
Except then James Cameron got tied up in doing 18 Avatar movies.
they thought,
Which
like
is totally gonna be
everybody
worth it.
thought, once Schwarzenegger got out of politics, that he was gonna do another movie.
Well, they talked about it for a long time that they were going to do it, but I think it actually has more to do with Cameron not having time to do it. Because he is making 5 fucking Avatar movies that nobody wants to see. Actually, I say that, and then probably like
It's
it's gonna billions of people are gonna watch it.
I just don't
even though
know.
it's a piece of shit.
I don't know how. How the fuck? I watched the first one.
Yeah, me too.
It's a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Avatar.
Yeah.
It looks amazing on a 3D screen.
Yeah, it looks good on a 3D screen for
I
sure.
still haven't seen any
but,
other 3D movie that came close to touching it in terms of
Yeah,
that. But,
totally.
But yeah, it sucks shit.
It's complete garbage.
There's on the Slash Filmcast they have an ongoing argument.
Sorry, guys. Is Heat an action movie?
Heat? No. They have an ongoing argument on the Slash Filmcast about the cultural relevancy of Avatar. The one guy thinks it's got cultural relevance, and the other two don't. And so they keep bringing it up.
I want
and
this
like,
on the fucking record. Avatar has zero cultural reverence. It has nothing. No one will ever talk about this movie. It is fucking nothing. It is air.
So what would be the argument that it would have?
I don't know.
reference?
This one guy is just like, oh no, it does. You know, it's the most popular movie ever.
No.
And da-da-da. And then they're just like, yeah, but no kids dress like the fucking characters. Nobody plays with toys from it.
No.
Nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
Nobody could tell you a single line of dialogue that was in
I
it.
don't know. I've never seen it. I know nothing about it. Here's the thing. I know everything there is to know about Star Wars. Okay? I can tell you fucking nerd shit about Star Wars. I've seen those movies once. Because it is so
it's permeating
it is
the
so
culture.
weaved into the culture
Yeah.
of our time. Avatar
But
is blue people who fuck through their tails. That's all I know about it.
Basically, if you've never seen it, you can guess what the plot is. Because take any fucking plot.
It's Dances with Wolves meets Fern Gully.
Yeah, but like take any plot from like a standard Hollywood movie and
Is Fight Club an action movie?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm looking at this list. I'm just asking. God.
Oh, is this
damn
the
it.
Rotten Tomatoes top 100?
No, this is
They put out a list the other day of the top 100 action movies according to Rotten Tomatoes. And I looked at the first page and I was like, well, that's not an action movie.
Oh shit! Avatar, 87th best action movie of all time.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
All right. Well, thanks so much for listening. Please check our list out. We've got it up on our website, actionpodcast.com. You can also check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Most importantly, though, please download us, subscribe, and please tell your friends. If you enjoy this, it means a lot if you tell people about it. It means a lot if you rate and review us. It's how we get more people to see us. So please do that. Yeah, we hope you guys like this one, and please come back for the next.